Gotham After Show at thestream.tv. Thank you so much for joining us. This is kind of like a filler episode, I feel like. So we have some good things to talk about, and we'll just dive right into it. But first, let me tell you about my cohorts. This is my spirit fingers for today. I noticed I was doing that quite a bit. So I'll stop doing that. Kristin Sanchez.
That's me. Hi, guys.
She's joining us today, as always. Amazing. And Jordan Mosley.
Hello, guys. How you guys doing?
We're going to have some fun here at thestream.tv. All right. I finally got my thing to work. At first, it wasn't coming up, and I was freaking out when the thing was coming down, and I was like, all I saw was black, but I got it now, so have no worries. First of all, before we start, I want to give a shout out to our fan page at the Gotham After Show, Gotham TV show. Everything is posted on there. It's growing steadily day by day. Thank you so much, Lance, for putting that together. You're amazing. He's in charge of all of our other after show Facebook pages for like Legends, for The Flash, for Arrow. He's in charge of them all, and he's absolutely amazing. So thank you, and please go ahead and check that out on the Facebook, as my grandma would say. The Facebook. It makes me sound old. Okay, I want to talk about Barbara, because we totally got into Barbara this time. Stabby Babs. I know you were like, when did you name her that? Stabby Babs? Has she stabbed anybody? But I just kind of
shocking.
Liked it. Stabby Babs!
A little bit.
Yeah, okay, so it's just me that likes that nickname. But now she's come back, and we finally get to see her and exactly everything that she's doing. Question for you guys. After everything that she's done, would you be that quick to be like, all right, I guess I kind of forgive you, now leave me alone? Because I totally wouldn't. After everything that she put Jim through, after everything, and he was so quick to accept her, and all she had to do was bat her little eyes and be like, just say my name, just say it once. Barbara, I never want to see you. What do you think? Would you be that quick? I mean, wouldn't you be skeptical or something?
100% skeptical, but also, like, you have to put yourself in the crazy-ass world of Gotham and realize that he kills people, like, on the daily. Yeah. Like, he's just cool with, like, killing folks.
Yeah, but he kills bad people.
Yeah,
Barbara,
and her parents were really shitty towards her. But still, like, I don't think I could forgive anyone that did anything like that. Also, she tried to kill Lee, and that it's just like an insane thing to ask for. Like, please forgive me after all of that terrible stuff.
Exactly. But I mean, Nick, can you pull up that photo that I gave you of the woman with her hands up? Yeah. All right. So she's so innocent looking there. Like, if she came at your door like that, with her hands up and everything, because she probably already thinks, oh my gosh, he's totally going to come and kill me, Jim is. But she comes back totally redemptive and is talking about love and all this kind of stuff. What do you think, Jordan?
Well, I don't think he forgave her.
Well, he kind of did. I mean,
I think he had, he was curious of what she could get for him, but he didn't forgive her. He plainly said, you tried to kill Lee. For that, I will never forgive you. So he didn't forgive her. And he walked away from her, leaving her there like, okay, what you did for me, you got me the name of the philosopher, but now I'm gone. I personally think something else is going to happen with them, of course, but...
You mean that you think they're going to get back? Because she pretty much proved herself after she went to that all-women's club that he was so foolishly trying to get into. Let me in! And they were like, oh no, this is... Anyway. You guys saw the episode. That was like I really loved that scene. I thought it was hilarious. But she kind of proved herself going in there and doing all that, pretending to take him hostage in front of the lady, and proved herself.
I feel like if she proved anything to anyone, it's that she proved to us as the viewers and as an audience that she's still fucking bananas crazy.
Yeah.
And like she can switch on a dime and she can change whatever she's doing and talking about, and then she's just like, at one point she's got this personality and these traits, and she's like a nice person. Please forgive me. Like, I just want to be loved. And then on this side, it's like, hi, I'm fucking crazy. I'm gonna lick your ear. So that's a thing, and you have to be wary of the crazy ones.
Yeah.
You always have to be wary of the crazy ones.
So it's always still in her. So technically, she was never cured. She didn't work through anything.
Nope. She just hones it. She knows how to focus it.
Okay.
Before she was normal, and then she was crazy, and now she just knows how to like bring it out when she needs to bring it out.
I feel like we get a little bit of a glimpse into her actually being legitimately crazy, because in the end, she's rich enough to go and be on her own and
Right.
like not deal with all of the craziness, but yet she goes back to Tabitha and plays that dangerous game again. So that's like
But she was raised in money. You know, she doesn't realize what she has. She thinks, I want to go this life looks exciting. I want to go slum it, if you want to say that.
Yeah, but
or I want to go see the life, because she's always had all this money.
But
It's
look
no
at
big deal
her.
for
Look
her.
at her parents, though. They
And then she-
totally did not accept her. Didn't even want her to stay at their house. I mean, they totally
Yeah.
kind of like shut her out. So I don't think she can actually go back to all that money. I don't think it's really at her disposal
yeah,
anymore.
she said when the woman was the woman, right?
The lady.
The lady, sorry, the woman is Sherlock. When the lady was asking her like, what do you bring to us? She's like, well, I'm rich. So she clearly has that at her disposal.
I mean, yeah.
And she her like outfit alone.
Okay, yeah, her
her
outfit
ridiculous
was
fur
pretty
coat.
amazing.
I mean, she probably still has a wardrobe.
Yeah, because it's not like she went to Arkham and then everything disappeared, right?
Where was all her stuff when she was in Arkham?
In her
I don't know,
apartment.
That's a
storage.
good point.
Yeah.
She was probably like, oh, put that
Well-
away from me. I'll be right back.
The fur coat was clearly in cold storage.
Yes.
So
of
she
course.
brings us to the lady. The lady gives us the name of the philosopher. Ooh, the philosopher. So I'm like, who is this? And I just want to say that I totally called it when they were piecing things together. I was like, it's Hugo Strange. Watch. And it totally was. I was right. So he was the one, now, I mean, we think, I'm pretty sure, he's the one that sent out the hitman to kill Wayne's family and used the lady to do it. So, and they were really good friends, and Bruce was like, that's not fair, which I thought was kind of funny.
Totally.
The way he said it, I mean,
Yeah.
he was like, he was so good, but he was so angry.
It was so like overly dramatic, and then like his looks around to everyone else. It was like, okay, we get it.
He's
you
deeply
don't trust
passionate
anyone
about it.
now.
Right, yeah. We
He's
get
deeply
it.
passionate about it, but hey, that's what Batman is. That's what Batman
No.
is. Batman.
He only
is that
trusts
way.
Alfred.
What?
Batman only trusts Alfred.
He only trusts Alfred because Alfred's always there.
That's why Batman's alone.
So my question
Always
to you,
alone.
Except for the fact that he has Robin and Batgirl
okay, but Robin
and Oracle.
and Batgirl are not
No,
there
I mean
yet.
the dude doesn't have a wife. The guy is not
But that-
ever
yeah.
in a relationship because he trusts no one.
Well, that's Bruce Wayne.
We're
Bruce
like-
Wayne does not have that. But
We're like way fast forwarding.
I don't know why
All right,
we're getting
let's
into
bring it
this.
back. Bring it back to the philosopher here.
Oh,
So my question to you guys out there is, what do you think Hugo Strange was doing in between when they shut down Pinewood Farms, and then they hired him back for Arkham? That's what I don't want to know. Like, he was laying low because I don't think anybody knew that he was doing all this stuff at Pinewood Farms. I mean, obviously they knew because they shut him down, but I
If-
don't think that they connected it with him. Go ahead.
no, they totally knew, because at the end she says that Wayne was the one that started it, and it was all like good intentions.
Right, and then he hired a hitman to kill Wayne. Thomas, thank you, Thomas
Thomas
Wayne.
Wayne.
But then he kind of disappeared, and now he's back at the head of Arkham.
I don't.
Like, what did he do in between there where somebody was like, you know what, you're an okay kid.
I
Let
feel
me
like
have you
no
back
one
at
really
Arkham."
correlated it.
No.
I feel like no one put it together, and that's why like the shit's gonna hit the fan now.
So, what do you think he was doing in between that time?
He was
feel
on the
like he
phone
was-
with the lady with her beef for like League of Assassins and saying, "Hey, can you go?"
No,
kill-"
he was running Arkham.
No, before Arkham.
But like right after that, I feel like he just went over and was like, okay, well there are some crazy people here that no one's gonna care about, so I'm just gonna
So
come over here
Cool.
Might
and
as
play with
well.
my toys.
He's not partial to crazies. Any
Yeah.
crazies will do.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's
So
not
it works.
specific. You just have to be a little bit crazy and like have no family that will care if you went missing all of a sudden. So
So he's
I mean,
collecting like this.
totally, because he's had that like underground area for some time now,
Mm-hmm.
because he's got to have he has to have had time to do all of those crazy things that are
Right.
downstairs.
And
Right.
know how to do them
Yeah.
and all that kind of
And, like,
get
build
Mrs.
it.
Peabody, who I love.
Yeah.
I love his.
Yeah,
his-
where'd she come from? That's what I want to know.
I'm sure she's been with him from the very beginning.
Totally.
Like, I don't even doubt it. How could she not?
They're secretly
Witnessing all the
married.
stuff.
Yeah.
Witnessing all the stuff. So he's collecting this arsenal of bad people and
Totally.
releasing them all. So what do you guys think is his motive? So he released, he released the Penguin, he released Barbara. He has Mr. Freeze, who he's now releasing, and now he has Galavan, which I'll get to in just a minute. But he's releasing all those. What do you guys think is his motive? Let us know what you guys think. #GothamAS. What do you think he's up to? Is he building an army? I don't really think it could be an army because there's a bunch of crazy people that are kind of hard to control. But he obviously knows that they're going out there to do something. What do you think?
Possibly, he might have like a kind of a Joker mentality, where Joker is kind of just like anarchy, right? So he kills Wayne, and possibly, because everybody just wants to take over Gotham or save Gotham. So I figure maybe he's one of the guys who wants to take over Gotham or just cause anarchy, mayhem in Gotham. So he's sending out all these different types of people, the crazy people, to just destroy Gotham. You know, that's what I think. Everybody's always trying to destroy Gotham or save Gotham. So he's a destroyer.
So he wants to destroy Gotham to be the king of it?
I don't know what his motivation behind why he wants to destroy Gotham, but I was gonna say maybe he just has like a Joker mentality, because Joker, he just kind
chaos.
of do things. That's what the Joker does.
What do you think, Kristen?
That's my theory.
I think it's a good theory.
Yeah.
I think it's a good theory. What do you think?
I feel like we don't know yet what he wants to do.
No,
Because
we do.
the writers don't know yet. I feel like this is one of those things that they're like, oh, well, we have Hugo Strange, we have this very interesting character and this incredible actor, and we're going to have him start pulling all these strings, but none of this is really in Hugo Strange's backstory, and some of these things are similar but very different, and we're taking a new spin on things, so let's see how far we can go before, we have to connect these ends, and like we have to make this,
So they're basically
damn.
learning as it goes along.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
there's
they
an
have
arc,
something.
yeah.
They have something wildly in store for Hugo Strange, and I love that they connected it this way. That he's the one that might possibly have put the hit on Wayne's parents, and then Wayne's parents. You know what I meant?
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's parents. Yeah.
Yes.
And then eventually they're going to meet, which I think would be really interesting.
for sure.
Extremely interesting.
It'll happen in next episode.
I know. Next season. That's for everything. Not now, but next season. Let us know what you think. Again, #GothamAS. We have a YouTube chat going, we have Twitter going, and we always check the Facebook. So let us know what you think, if it pertains to the story, where you think it's going, because I love to hear your theories, because we obviously have a bunch of ours. So going into Jim Gordon, I love how he's like, no, I want to do things my way. And then it just cuts to like this huge montage of him just like beating all of these bad guys. Tell me what it is! Boom! And it's just, that's his way now. That's totally his way. So he's basically kind of like a villain.
Yeah.
No, like a vigilante.
Like
not
a vigilante. I always want to compare him to all these different things.
Totally.
But it's true. I mean, I just think he's totally crossed the line into the dark side. But still has like a flame of good in him.
He's like Anakin right now. He's good intentioned, but he can't handle
Pulling out the
darkness. Sorry.
There you go.
Don't sue us, Disney. But yeah, I feel like as a couple of you guys were agreeing that he's not quite passed into vigilantism yet. Some of you guys on the YouTube chat were making the case for him being like a really aggressive PI, like a private investigator, which I kind of agree
he's
with.
like way past
But
the
yeah,
PI.
like you're killing people.
Yeah.
Like, and I get it. Like you've got like that ability, kind of. Like, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say
has that ability.
he's killing people.
He's
and
killing
he's doing
people
whatever
left
he
and right.
wants.
Yeah.
And I just feel the thing that was making a lot of our fans on the YouTube say like he's not a vigilante yet is because they're like, well, he's not dressing up and like he doesn't have a new name for himself.
Just you wait.
Yeah, but soon. But yeah, so I guess I feel like he's gone a little off the rails, and I've kind of had this feeling since the beginning of season 2 where I was like, hey, I need my Gordon to be like the good guy that's always good because he's like the moral compass of Batman sometimes. And whenever Batman goes like towards the edge or he's got like one of those really insane fights with the Joker and he's like, I'm gonna kill him. No, James wouldn't want this. So I just feel like we have to pull him back.
No, I'm glad that
But
you brought
maybe-
that up because I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. But maybe Gordon is always able to do that with Batman because Gordon has already went that route. He already went that route, and this is what we're seeing now. We're seeing him realize
In
that
this
it doesn't
universe.
work in this universe.
Yeah.
Okay, but within the series, we're seeing him go this route, and he's gonna sooner or later figure out that this isn't the best way to handle things. So then
So
later
he's like
on,
the
he can
sagely mentor.
Yeah.
And
I like the sagely.
That's what I put in my
sagely.
notes because now he's working side by side with Bruce, and he's pretty much there. Because before he was under the influence of the law, so there's only so much that he could do when he worked with Bruce, and so he only saw him like a handful of times. But now he's like literally working side by side with Bruce and Alfred, so he can be his mentor. And I think it's good because he went with Selina, who has like no boundaries and just kind of does whatever she pleases, and then always there's Alfred, who's the voice of reason, but he never listens to Alfred because he's like his parent, and no teenager ever listens to their parents, right? What do you know? So now he has Jim as his mentor, which I think is like the perfect mentor because he has all these street smarts because he deals with villains on a regular basis. And now he's confronting them all, and he fights, and he's already killed people. He has secrets. I think these are all things that Bruce Wayne, like you said, kind of needs in his life. So I totally think this is setting it up for them to have a stronger relationship, like a mentor, like a mentor and young grasshopper type of relationship.
Side note, all this time that Gordon and Bruce Wayne have spent together, of him as a child and as he grows up, how does Gordon not know that Bruce Wayne is Batman? Like, it's just a side note. How did that never?
He has to. I mean,
So there are some where they don't know and their growing up isn't as close together.
Yeah.
But then there are also some comics where they like he totally knows and he's like, oh yeah, I'm just
It's like
not
don't ask,
gonna
don't
tell
tell
no
kind
one.
of a
Yeah.
thing.
But yeah, there are also some where he doesn't know and it's completely legitimate. But in like the comics, he doesn't grow up in Gotham. He
Right.
goes away and he becomes the fucking Batman.
Right, yeah.
the Batman.
The Batman,
Not
or if
just
you're Frank
Batman.
Miller, the fucking Batman. Yeah, that comic book happened. We're just not going to talk
Right.
about it.
Let's
We're not going to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Fucking-
Yeah.
I have opinions. No.
Oh, I'm sure she will tweet about them later.
If you'd like to have that discussion.
Ask her on Twitter at
yeah.
Kristin Sanchez. As well.
At
Hashtag
Siren
the
I'm
F
sorry,
Batman.
at Siren.
It's all good.
My bad. I just like saying your name.
Thank you.
Kristin Sanchez. So that was it's very interesting. Let us know what you think. Hashtag Gotham AS on the Twitter. There it is. On the Twitter or YouTube, also Facebook. What do you think about Gordon? Do you think that this is going to turn into like this beautiful relationship between Gordon and Bruce where he is the mentor, or do you think it's just not at all? He's going to ruin him? Just ruin him for good? It could totally happen.
Too extreme.
Too
There you
extreme?
go.
Too much? All right, now I
He's
know.
gonna ruin him.
I want to get into Karen Jennings, or as some people were saying that I was noticing, Killer Croc. Now, please debunk this. Look at this. Because her hand. Look at this.
Yeah, and I get that, and I get why people were saying like, oh yeah, it's like Killer Croc. And yes, her skin does look like reptilian, but I don't think it's Killer Croc. Killer Croc is a lot larger of a character who does play out a little bit later, and is useful, and he's a little bit more crazy, and he loses his mind when he goes through that transformation. And I feel like we didn't quite like burn that bridge. We got a little bit of a peek of like the craziness, and maybe that was kind of like an homage, a hint to Killer Croc, but I feel like we should get him later, and not now. I don't think they've burned that bridge.
Is it true that Killer Croc has like a sideshow wrestler?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
All right, so
Easy
for those of you
question,
out here,
easy answer.
I know people were talking about it. Who's that? Killer Croc? Killer Croc? No, it's not. So don't think that. We just debunked it for you. So,
Debunk.
like you said, maybe it was an homage, which would be great.
I feel like we can bring him later.
Was anybody skeptical of the Wayne family actually being completely bad? Or was it just me? Because for a minute there, I thought that his father was completely off his rocker and was a bad person, and that's what we were going to find out. But then after talking to Karen Jennings, she lets us know that Wayne was actually a good person, even though he started Pioneer Farms. Pinewood, thank you. Pinewood Farms. That he actually was a good person, and I honestly thought that they were going to go somewhere else with it. Was it just me? Did you always think that the Wayne family was good?
There are some story arcs, and like we talk about like the Court of Owls and stuff like that, where they are not good people, and it's a change from the New 52 that I disagree with, because I feel like Batman has to be fighting for his family and the family name and all that jazz. But it was a decision that was made after they rebooted all of the DC comics for the New 52, and they did bring up that storyline that maybe the Waynes are kind of shitty people.
But now we know, like, they're all good. I mean, they have good intentions.
Yeah.
But it's the people, Hugo Strange, that they work with that kind of like force everything bad, because they have a lot of properties, obviously, because they're millionaires, billionaires. So this is just one aspect that we're finding out. So now I want to know, do you guys think that they are going to hunt for these other people that Hugo Strange went on, that are in hiding, that are from the Wayne Enterprises?
Totally.
So I wonder how that's going to play out. Tell us what you think. What other characters do you think they're going to introduce that have these deformities that Hugo Strange worked on? # Gotham AS. So we know, we can look them up, we can talk about them in the next show if you let us know what you're thinking. We're going to take a quick break, grab some cheese and crackers. I know I had some back there. And we'll see. Is that totally corny? We'll see you guys when we come back. Cheese and crackers? No, it's just me.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Oh, you'd want to take the time travel the whole way back.
How did we not figure that out?
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here?
No. Look at me. I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
He was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is quite something.
and we're like, ooh, inseparable. She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
She just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
It's so good.
You can't count anything out.
Look at you.
It's been another awesome night at the Stream.tv, guys.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Yes.
We love you.
Awesome! Thank you guys for coming back with us here at the Stream.tv for the Gotham After Show. I'm Tatiana, this is Kristin, this is Jordan, and we all love Gotham, and that's why we're here, because we're total fans. Total fans. Anyway, we were just cracking up. Okay, moving on to the fan art. Stevenson Johnson 1. You are amazing, and you never fail to give us something. So this is Mr. Freeze, Victor Zsasz here. He did an amazing job. He made like a little cameo. We got to see kind of his demeanor when he came out. I love how he's listening to rock music in the scene.
Oh,
It's just
how do I
angry,
show that I'm
emo
very
music.
angsty
I'm just
and
about
mad?
to say the same thing.
That is the perfect way.
I'm angry. What music should I listen to?
That's like
Speed
screamo music. I loved it. I
That's
thought he was great. I don't like that music,
Death
but
metal.
I love that he was listening to it. It's great. Do we have anything going on the YouTube?
We do. We have a couple
Amazing.
of questions on the YouTube backs. Yeah, I think the first one is going to be from Austin Hunt.
Hey, Austin.
How did you guys at the Stream.tv enjoy seeing a bit of Batman inside of Bruce in this episode? I know we've seen it last episode, but we saw a little bit more this episode. So what do you guys feel about that? Like when he was changing at the very end and he finally kind of has his moment where he's like, I trust no one.
I mean, I think it was just, we've seen that before, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's new.
It's not like brand new, but we're starting to see like inklings of what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. And it makes me sad because there's rumors that we're actually not going to see him as Batman. Like the season saying that we're only, the people writing Gotham are saying that we're just going to go right up before you actually see him become Batman, which I'm kind of sad because now with all this backstory, I'm kind of mad that you wouldn't be able to see him actually as Batman. Am I right? That's what people were saying, right?
Yeah,
That's what they said. They're actually not going to see Batman.
But hopefully we do.
Or maybe they'll release a movie at the end.
I feel like we're probably just going to rebrand the series and then call it a Batman show. I mean,
yeah, that would make sense.
Slap some new actors in there or the same. Like,
I hope the same.
Like
Just keep it the same because, you know, it
Yeah.
makes it better that way. I don't like change. So if you just keep it the same.
James at Mirror Domains has a question about Tabitha and why do you guys think that Barbara ends up with Tabitha at the end of her little stint in this episode? Do you guys have any theories?
Do you have any theories? I honestly, I was trying to figure out the same thing. I was like, why is she back with Tabitha? Why is she over there with Tabitha?
Well, she said she came back. She said, oh, she came home.
Yeah.
So I honestly, though, I can't remember what connection they had.
She was with Gallivan and Tabitha, and she was like, that's when she joined the crazy gang. With Jerome
I got that, but
them.
like, do they have like a specific connection?
Yeah, they were like making out twins, like having
Did I miss that?
Maybe.
I'm just kidding.
But
just kidding.
maybe a little bit. Do you?
I think I missed it.
So I think Barbara is just like lovesick.
Yeah.
You know,
Someone care for me.
Because I think she might use Tabitha as like her rebound.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. Because,
like she did before.
Like she did before because she went with Gordon and obviously he doesn't want her. And he's still in love with Lee and pissed that, you know, she kind of tried to kill Lee.
Yeah.
So she tried to make it up to him by doing this favor. She's still kind of crazy. So the only place she has left to go is Tabitha.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to get like something a little bit more dynamic and maybe we'll see like her trying to do good. By
Barbara?
Yeah, Barbara trying to do good. I want to see that arc happen more. I
Do
want to
good
see
by Tabitha or do good just overall be like a good person?
Through her scheming, used Tabitha and Butch and that whole thing to work in a way that is beneficial to Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And let me just say, since she's been back, I like Barbara's character way more.
Yeah,
because first she was just, and then she was crazy, and now she like has parts to her. Like there's so much more to her, more depth to her. I love it.
This is my favorite question, but it ties into this. It was again from James at Mirror Domains. If Barbara is fixed, should we feel sorry for her? Like that's
a good
so
question.
deep.
That's such a good question.
Yeah, I feel like I feel very sorry for her. Like. If she is fixed, if she is like all of the things that she said about like not realizing that she was doing things that she did, like killing her parents and stuff like that, like that's so horrifyingly traumatic and terrible. And I feel like that if it is true and she's being honest, which we might never know.
She said that's her thing now, though.
Yeah, that's like an incredible thing.
That's right.
And we should all feel terrible for that.
I would feel terrible, yeah.
I mean, even if we shouldn't feel sorry for her or whatever, the actress, what's the actress's name? Actress's name?
Throwing us under the bus.
Anyways,
I know,
whoever
seriously.
plays Barbara, she did an awesome job of making me feel bad for her when she's in the alleyway talking to Gordon after doing what she did with
that was
the lady.
That was a beautiful
I
moment.
was like, man, I totally like feel what this girl is saying, and I feel bad. Like Gordon, forgive her. When he was like, I don't forgive you, I was kind of like, that's kind of messed up. He just tried to kill her. She's trying to kill your fiance, but it's no big deal.
No big deal.
Somebody come on.
Don't worry, I won't tell Tatiana. Gee, thanks. Aaron Richards.
Aaron?
Aaron.
There you go.
Aaron Richards.
Great
Good
job.
game,
done,
lady.
Aaron Richards.
Good game.
Awesome.
game.
All right, we're gonna skip Twitter for now.
Okay.
Sorry, Twitter, but hit us up. We'll still answer your questions on Twitter on a separate time. But thank you so much for joining us here at the Gotham After Show on Stream.tv. Let us know what you're thinking so we can talk to you via our social media and for the next time, next Monday when we have the next show. And we will see you later. Thanks.
Bye.